What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of
Good Influences.
I tried to
Mike is
harmonize.
sick.
Well,
You're sick.
my voice probably sounds a little bit congested, but
Yeah, you sound sick.
my body's feeling better.
What you got?
My
What you
body.
feeling?
I think it's just from drinking
Influenza
and not
A.
sleeping. Influenza.
Text TJ and tell him you have allergies.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
No, he'll believe that Mike's sick.
Well,
but he doesn't believe in
I
us.
don't think I'm like sick. I think I'm what I call it is run down. If I go out maybe too many days in a row or
Yeah.
just like drink a little too much and don't get good sleep and work a lot, my body just goes, we need to take a break. And then this happens like every couple months.
I told this
Gotcha.
to Aaron,
Every
but
couple months.
If I do this, yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, in my advanced age, my
Yeah, geriatric.
I told this to Aaron already, but I guess this has to do with the theme of the good and bad parts of being an adult. But Nolan and I split a bottle of wine, like,
ooh,
weekends
risky.
At a restaurant.
and that's all. That's the
No,
whole
at home.
story. Just telling you guys. Just at
Natural
home.
wine also.
Yeah, it was like natty wine. It was,
Oh, with
no,
like
it's
the
good.
dirt at the bottom.
Oh, come on, it's not dirt.
Natural wine is
Gross.
delicious.
It is.
Give me some barefoot, whatever they call it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yellowtail.
Yeah, that was.
Barefoot.
The box wine from Trader Joe's though is good. Anyways.
Wait, get to what you're saying. Sorry, we've.
No, it's okay. So we split like a bottle of
Yeah,
wine,
Carly.
and it was about like, I'd say probably had like a little bit over 2 glasses, right? Not that crazy. Probably 2.5. Threw up that night. Huh?
From the wine?
I guess.
What'd you eat?
Not much. So probably that.
Did
Maybe
you
it was-
take the pregnancy test I told you to take?
I already got my period already.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. I didn't even think I was pregnant. I was just like, I just kept feeling like sick.
Did you get Cosby'd?
Maybe.
Or you? No, you were
What?
at you were at
Mike,
home. You were at home. You were at home. I thought you said you were at
Yeah,
the restaurant.
Nolan Cosby'd her.
No, because if you're at a restaurant,
That's what I
like
thought he
I
meant.
went to a restaurant once, and me and like 3 people, we just got waters, and I'm convinced that they didn't really rinse the glasses out well
Oh,
enough, and there
ew.
was some roofie or something left over from the person
Roofie's
before.
left over?
Because it was the 2 people that got beers were like fine, and then me and it was like Jess, and we were like, I feel so strange after drinking that water. I feel like I'm on acid or
Oh.
something, and like everything was just kind of
Whoa.
like being wubba wubba, and I like couldn't. And she was also saying like, I feel very strange, and I was like, we really only just had water, and that's
Maybe
why
there was something in the water.
Do you know if it was alkaline water?
I don't know.
Oh,
It was.
alkaline water makes me feel weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it can
Yeah.
do that. Yeah. And also my ex, he was on a certain medication and he didn't realize when you drink alkaline water, it made him feel drunk because of the medication and the
Alkaline water.
Because he had some like at a writing session or something and he was like, I literally can't even drive home right now because I feel like I'm drunk and I don't know why.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's weird.
How long have you felt like this for?
Felt like this.
Yeah.
Since Monday. The worst
Since-
of it was
Have you been tested?
for what?
Herpes.
No.
Well, it's going back around. All I'm saying.
COVID?
Yeah.
Oh no, this is not.
My
COVID.
brother has
Everyone's
it.
just sick right now.
Yeah.
I know COVID. I could feel it
You have
when
influenza A.
I was too busy influencing to get COVID.
Influencer A.
Influencing.
Influencing.
You were just somewhere else, right? I feel like you're gone every
Yeah, I was
weekend.
on the East Coast.
What were you doing there?
Just there.
Hanging out?
Yeah, little 10-day trip.
10 days?
10 days.
Yeah.
That's
What'd
an
you-
excursion.
What'd you do?
Okay, Mr. World Travels.
You were
Yeah.
in
But
Vegas yesterday.
I'm never in the same place for
Well,
like,
TJ's parents live there, so.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, right.
It's my home. I went to my home.
Absolutely. Go home.
Oh, you went back to the
Cape.
yeah
Oh, yeah.
What's this?
Yeah, I was like,
Canal. A canal.
the yeah.
yeah, I went there and I was just chilling. Straight chilled.
Read
like a villain.
Read some books. 6 of them.
You ever just jump in that water in front?
No, that you would die.
You would die because
Yeah,
the
the
current.
current
water.
is so strong.
Oh, good thing you told me. I would have just jumped right in if I was
No,
there.
you would.
All right. Well,
Okay, so we're
Anyone
talking
watching
about
the Olympics?
Yeah, love it.
oh
Wow.
I have this really toxic thought that if I did the gymnastics, like I could do it. Like I know
No
I know I
way.
could. No, I know I couldn't. But watching it, I'm like, I feel like I could do it.
They do make it look so easy.
And I'm not talking about flips and stuff. I'm talking about the thing on the bar where they're like flipping around and stuff.
Oh, like a pommel horse?
Yes. Yes.
Well, women don't do pommel horses, only men do.
Oh well. Well, I guess that's
You
true.
guys just do the vault and the balance beam though. Fuck
You
the
guys.
balance beam. Balance
Oh.
beam is ridiculous.
It's the
they
craziest one.
and they make the women do it.
I saw something today
Like-
that it's there was a cell phone on it and it's less wide than an iPhone.
oh it's
Oh
it's
my
like this it's like
God.
this
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
Wait.
It's amazing.
You don't need to do it. It's like physically impossible.
No, but they're crushing it.
incredible.
I know, but I think it's just like
You're just
it's
jealous 'cause-
cruel. It's like, haha, get on it and try to do a flip on it. Not
What do
good
you
enough.
mean?
Dance monkey dance.
I'll give you an 8 for that. Like,
They're so
well,
good.
I don't know. I just feel the men aren't doing it, but we make you guys just get on a balance beam
Well, don't the
and
men
try to
do,
do
like-
flips on a little stick.
Yeah, it's
They don't
incredible.
try, they succeed.
They do. Oh, okay, right, and they do it very well.
Yeah.
It's funny because I did gymnastics when I was little, and like our balancing was probably like so wide, and I think all I had to do was like walk across.
Yeah.
Woo! You
yeah,
did
I
it.
was like, I
No, when I
balanced.
did gymnastics too, I was like, I hate this.
Walking across, I don't think any of us could do.
Well, we had to do the thing where you're like walking and then you do one leg and you like dip down and then you put it
Oh
back up.
my
And then I
god.
was like, I'm good.
I didn't get that advanced.
Yeah,
Damn,
the
that's scary.
Olympics is kind of sick. Some of it is like, okay, do I need to watch Paraguay versus like North Sudan playing handball for 20 minutes? Like,
Nolan's like
No.
obsessed with handball for
I
some
only
reason.
watch American sports.
but do you
so
do the
patriotic.
multi-view where you
And
get all the?
I also watched one beach volleyball because one of the guys on the Netherlands team is literally a convicted rapist.
You wanted to watch
And-
him?
Yeah, because I wanted to be like, who is this
Yeah.
asshole?
Yeah.
And
Was
Was
in
it
the
the
Netherlands?
Netherlands?
yeah,
Yeah. No, yeah, he.
he lost the match I watched.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
know
How's it-
someone
A
who's
12-year-old child, and he's allowed to compete at the Olympics.
How's it allowed?
Oh. I thought the 12-year-old child was on the
No,
team.
he-
Oh.
No, he just was.
He did
was
something.
Been convicted of it.
Convicted.
Went
Yeah.
to jail.
Damn.
And then
This
got
was
out.
like-
He found this little teenager on Facebook. She was 12. He was 19. He was in the Netherlands. She was in the UK. And then he went and like met up with her in the UK and assaulted her.
Oh, that is
and then
criminal.
I think was like tried in the UK and they sentenced him to 4 years in prison, but then it somehow got moved to the Netherlands and he only served for 13 months. And then they let him out and now he's competing in the Olympics. And they're
Jeez.
like,
Would
he's
they-
rehabbed. And it's like, there's literally 16-year-olds.
The announcers were like saying this, like he
yeah.
he essayed a 13-year-old, and now he's on the Olympic team. Let's see what he does next.
Great landing. Great landing.
Did they-
Not funny, but
No.
They didn't
just,
mention it at all?
No.
Huh.
But he did get booed in the one I was
Oh.
I saw that he got booed, and so I was like, I want to see that.
But aren't you like not allowed to be around any minor?
That's what I thought.
Maybe
Well,
that's
they're
only
in
like in
France
America.
too, which is also like a different country,
Yeah,
and they all
that's
have
true.
different rules. But the American volleyball team, have you seen the American
Which-
beach volley or the,
which
not the beach
ones?
one? The
Regular,
yeah, I don't know. What do you call it when it's not on the
a
beach?
court.
Yeah, what the one
one's
they-
volleyball, one's sand volleyball.
regular
volleyball.
volleyball.
Yeah.
The one guy, there's like the main guy who looks like he's straight out of Top Gun. He's me and Adam's. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I
He's
haven't
got
watched
like a
the
neck
men's.
tattoo. He's got a mustache. He wears like a red bandana, and he's
slay.
the
Where's he
spiker.
from?
America.
No, but like, do you know where?
I think he went to University of Hawaii, and
Ooh.
now is I think he's maybe this first time being in the Olympics, but he is
Slay.
like crushing it, and it's so cool to see. And how's Matt King doing?
And Matt King got gold.
Did he?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
He did. I mean, he
Good
was
job,
in the
Matt.
4-person 100-meter freestyle. But he was not in the final heat, the one that like won them the final, but he was in the contributing heats on it because they switch out the 4 guys depending on what they think it should
It's
be.
like how the gymnastics, that one girl didn't compete during the finals, but
Yes.
she still gets a medal.
So Matt King got a medal, and Nick Itkin, one of my friends, he got bronze in fencing. His
Damn.
second time ever getting
Wow,
a bronze
how do you
because he
know
got
him?
it. We did YouTube with him, me, Jason, and Todd, and I've always stayed in contact with him.
wow.
That's crazy.
And so, yeah, but I think what day is it right now?
Thursday.
Thursday the first?
30.
August
Oh, yeah.
1st.
August
Happy
1st.
Halloween.
First. Oh, I think he competes today or tomorrow for the men's fencing team
is so
one
funny.
foil, like or whatever it's called.
Yeah, there's 2 different kinds of fencing, right? One where they have like the string behind them. You know about that one?
That's the digital one.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what
I
clips
don't
you
watch
in, and it verifies that you've been.
it's like
hit.
laser tag. Like there's like a
Yeah.
string with electronics, and that's how they tell if you.
What?
Yeah, that's
so
how they tell
weird.
if you got hit.
I just think of the Parent Trap.
Me too.
When they do
That's all I think
Or
about.
their
Right.
outfits.
Or in like Richie Rich, where it's like this.
all of us.
Yeah, never.
Do you remember in Richie
No, I
Rich,
know
where he's
what
like,
you're talking about.
"This is a cappuccino. I asked for a latte," and he just like stabs him with it, and the
my
kid's
God, no.
coffee goes all over him. Richie Rich, anybody?
No, I
Macaulay Culkin, the kid's richest.
I definitely
world.
I saw it when I was like little, but I don't remember it. But I remember like, damn, that kid's rich.
a word about Matt Grippy's hilarious TikTok that Doja Cat reposted?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I don't listen.
Unbelievable.
I kind of want
Wait,
to take
give
credit
context
for
for
it.
the people who don't.
I kind of want to take credit for it
Why?
because I reposted it.
Oh, you think you started the...
I think I did.
You might
and
have.
I don't ever think that, but I think I did.
Or give context to the
okay.
people. Like
There's a small group of extremely triggered people who...
I wouldn't say small.
I think it's a small group who are actually triggered, and then it becomes mainstream.
Then it becomes like talking
That there was
points.
like a
Yeah.
1 second shot in the opening that was somehow making fun of the Last Supper, right?
But
Yeah.
it wasn't.
But it wasn't, because it was like based on a Greek thing, Dionysus, it's the Olympics, etc.
I will just say there was like other things. It
Oh,
was,
there
like,
were
they
other
upset
things?
about like the beheading of
Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette, and like.
But it's like that's French
That's
history.
French history.
The menage a trois, like
French
it was just
history.
a lot of stuff that people were like, "This is not appropriate for children."
The
to be
death metal
watching."
band was
No,
sick.
I
that was
know.
when the Marie Antoinette thing happened.
With
were-
the intro where she's like,
Yes.
Yeah, it was
and it was
so
in like
cool.
all the windows. That was like the coolest thing ever. I was like, this is unbelievable.
I
I
think
agree.
I also read that place was like the prison. They played in the prison where she would like lock people up.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And so
It's
it was like
cool.
a giving the power
Right.
back to the people. Anyway, so there was this
That's
big hullabaloo online about how, the devil and this is against Christianity.
blasphemy.
And it's blasphemy. And our friend Matt Grippy, who's hilarious on all social media platforms, posted a TikTok of like, you're an adult and you're scared of like a devil that you read about in a book
No,
when you were...
scary guy.
Oh, a scary
A
guy.
scary
The
guy.
best line is he goes, I remember being afraid of the devil, and then I became 8 years old.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
He was like, "You're an adult. You're a full adult with kids. You're 40, and you're scared of a scary monster.
it's really...
You're fully an
And then
adult."
he like followed up on another video, like responding to a comment of someone who's like, "You don't understand. It was really scary." He goes, "Okay, this is a remote. And if you don't like something that you're seeing on the TV, you can either click change channel or just turn it off."
Yeah.
Too.
I was telling Carly, like, me and TJ and his parents were watching it, and we watched like the first 2 hours because it was 4 hours, and it was nighttime there, so we just went to bed. But then the next morning, I mean, we went to bed and we were like, wow, so cool. Everything was so cool. Like, how did they do this? Woke up the next morning and like everywhere online, it was like, these feeds have been deleted. Like, people are so upset. Like, this is so messed up.
Their probably friends were like, "What the fuck is wrong with America?"
Right.
Yeah.
It's like it's more of American
Well, and then-
audiences.
yeah.
Like, who,
But also just like Christians who make everything about
Yeah,
themselves.
and it's also like it shows how dumb we are that we don't understand. Not dumb, I guess, but just like there's so much French culture and history that a lot of things happened during the opening ceremony that I was like, I don't get this, but I'm sure it makes sense
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
French culture, and I think people lack that brain
Oh,
to
yeah.
be like, oh, it's about me, everything's about me in America, and it's the devil, and they hate
Yeah.
us. So
It's so funny logging onto Facebook. I just like do it for fun now to be like, okay,
Facebook
whose-
is a crazy
whose
place.
It is
brain is
crazy.
fully rotted, and it's like so many relatives. They're like, repost if you're not watching the Olympics.
these
Like,
people
for
need to be locked
God.
up.
It's just they have no ability to experience joy. Like the joy gets taken out of everything.
It's
Don't
that
watch
side
this
of
TV
America
show.
is like everything is negative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything is out to get you. Everything you don't understand. They're telling you this. It's not true. They're
But
just
also like some
out
of
of
those people
fear.
too. I'm like, you're not even religious.
Oh.
Like,
I
don't even
know.
the last,
That's a
like,
scary
When was the
part.
last time you went to church?
That's what like the MAGA cult has done.
It's
It's
manu-
turned people like
manufactured-
weirdly Christian.
Manufactured oppression. They want to feel oppressed.
Yeah,
but
like
it's just like you're not going to watch the sickest like athletes alive right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Absolutely crushing it because of a 30-minute thing that you didn't like 3 days ago.
I think the T is they're posting that and they're fucking turning on that beach
Oh,
volleyball.
for sure.
Yeah,
oh, and
definitely.
then the beach volleyball girls are wearing like long pants, and I saw someone like
Only-
tweet,
Yeah, but
"Oh,
only
they're
one
gonna put the
time.
devil in the front, and they won't even give us the shorts on the volleyball." Like,
They wear like different uniforms every match.
yeah, no,
basically.
I know, but these people who are like
Yeah.
concerned about,
Oh, I just want to go at it with all of them. Just one day, just lose it and
Pretend
actually
I'm one of 'em. Pretend
respond
I'm-
back to other text messages and stuff. Oh, I mean, I'm just talking about like, just getting into it, just
Online?
commenting on all of them. It's
Yeah, like on are you talking about like Facebook?
yeah,
or-
but I don't want to do it because then like they're gonna reach out to my mom like, "What your son is commenting some feisty things on my status."
Who
I
cares?
don't really appreciate that.
I'll give you the login to my account and you can do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron loves doing
But
it.
I want to go after all like the moms.
But you should
that
just
are,
you
like,
should make a
friends that I
profile,
don't-
make a
what?
profile like American Patriot for 2069.
You gotta be friends with them though.
Adam, I'm sure they will
Yeah.
add you as a friend if you're God, Jesus, America, Last
Yeah.
Supper,
I actually
960.
would do it
The Last Supper.
on me. Sometimes I love doing the whole ha 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 at really
Yes.
serious statuses where
Yes.
someone is just like very politically or mentally off and you just completely disagree with them. You give them the ha ha.
Now you
so
can
you
just
just
say,
treat
"You're
the whole
weird."
thing as a joke.
I wonder
You're weird.
like what the first thing
Yeah, this
would
is
be
so
if I
strange.
opened
This is
Facebook.
weird.
This is very
I
weird.
also
Why
love-
would you post this?
I also love that
Like
like.
the first thing I see.
yeah.
Let's see it.
Can we read it aloud?
I mean, it's more of
a video.
It's fine.
If your hatred for one man, literally the second thing, if your hatred for one man is greater than your love for our country, you might be part of the problem.
Ooh.
Wow, I just realized she's right.
Oh
I've never
my
thought
God.
of
The
it that way.
infographics they repost make me cackle. Like
Oh,
truly,
man.
I'm just like,
I know.
I
I
gotta
feel
get
like
back on
bad. I'm like,
Facebook.
you guys are so little teeny brain.
I know it's.
Uh,
Right on Facebook
Is
now.
there a sport that you are watching that you were like, this is actually extremely riveting, and I did not anticipate that I was going to
Oh,
like it?
actually, the swimming.
Oh yeah,
I
Katie
watched-
Ledecky.
Yes, I watched that last night,
Crazy.
and we just like fall asleep to the Olympics now. Like we'll just put it on and just like fall asleep or whatever. And it's always swimming at night. I don't know if it's on like some like rotation of reruns or something,
Yeah.
but it's always
I
swimming.
love it.
And I never expect it, but I will sit there and like watch it for maybe an hour,
It's
and I'm like, oh my god, I
mesmerizing.
like.
Just that blue water and it's just.
Well, and I'm just like, how the fuck? Like I
watch.
watched it was like a 1,500 meter
Jeez.
thing or whatever, and it took like 15 minutes total
Yeah.
to do it. And I'm like, how are they not getting tired? And Ledecky was so
Way
far
ahead.
ahead. Like she was like lapping people, and
Yeah.
I'm like, is she gonna get tired? And she never did.
No.
Pretty
No way.
wild.
And it's so great. So do they have someone when they flip ringing a bell?
They
like their
have it
last...
counted in their. They know it in their head as athletes.
That's
They're
crazy.
keeping count.
See, what if
Like,
you forget? Like I would
then
forget
you
and be like,
shouldn't
am
be
I
an
done?
Olympian.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. You're
get
the
why.
best one in the world. You are keeping count, and you know you're like.
I'm just like one.
I do think there is
Two.
a bell though for the final
I saw
one.
them
Yeah,
ringing them.
for the
Yeah,
last one.
but
Yeah.
they know.
Yeah.
I wish
That's
they
what
would
figured.
put a regular person from the audience in another lane just so you could see how much faster.
No, I know. Well, because when you're watching them
That's
too, you're
funny.
like, it doesn't look like they're going that.
Because they're all
fast.
kind of going the same speed,
Yeah.
but I'll
I
jump
could
in
do
there
that.
and just show me going so
Doggy
slow.
paddling.
When it was the Olympics like 8 years ago, or I guess, yeah, 8 years ago, maybe even before that one, like 12 years ago, my brother and I, we were watching swimming and we were like, let's go swimming. Let's go rent some lanes. And we rented lanes
my
at our
God.
local natatorium. And it has all like the records from like kids from our high school and shit. And we're like, we are going to break some fucking records.
No.
It is doing one lap and back on a full pool like that.
Knock you out.
You can't even do it. You think in your brain you're gonna be able to like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
go back and forth like no problem.
I don't.
It's fucking exhausting.
I
Yeah.
don't think I know
it
how
takes
to,
like
like-
30 minutes of
Oh.
swimming as
It's
fast as you
insane.
can.
I couldn't. I thought I was just at least gonna get a couple of like I don't know 2 or 3 minutes of the records on the wall.
Break a
Not
couple
even
records.
close.
Not even close.
That's why like water polo is so impressive to me because I'm like, how on earth are you just
Treading water.
doing that
Dude, that's
for
so
an hour?
yeah.
They can't touch the
No.
bottom. That was a revelation.
Oh, you can't touch the bottom?
No,
No,
they're the
they're
bottom is
treading
like
water the
12
whole
feet.
I've never like really watched it.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
Holy shit! They must be so
Even
like
synchronized
ripped.
swimming, where you're kicking, also lifting.
They don't do that
people
anymore,
up.
do they?
I think they do.
In the Olympics?
Yeah.
What? Do what?
Oh.
Synchronized swimming.
Oh
For some
yeah.
reason I thought they-
Someone said they did
okay.
it this year. Yeah.
Yeah, but that I mean, you're
That's
doing
nuts.
dance moves. Like you're
No,
having
it's
to
nuts.
know what's coming up next.
I know.
And making sure
Moving
all
through
of
the
your
water,
friends
like,
are on the same vibe.
Think about just like moving your own arms in water.
I know.
How difficult that is.
No, my parents have like pool barbells or
Oh,
weights.
like water aerobics?
Water weights, yeah, and it's so funny. My mom will just be like in the pool, like using it. I'm like, yeah, get it, mom.
The
But-
divers are pretty sick when they they synchronized, and I saw one where you couldn't even see the person behind them because they were so synchronized.
my
It looked like it
It would
was.
have to be like best buddies.
I
Like,
know.
I would have to like go to sleep at like the same time and like wake up and just brush your teeth the same way just to stay
Just to be a robot.
in
sync.
sync the entire time.
I will say it's cute at the end of the swimming I watched. Like the girls all like hugged each other and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
I love the archery.
Oh, it's so
Where they're
good.
pulling the thing back, and I don't know if they've done this forever, but they like bring the string to their lip.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do that,
Yeah.
but it looks so badass, and it's like every single round is basically like a soccer shootout where it's 1 for 1, 1 for 1.
so sick.
I think I've watched every single one. I'm like explaining to Adam, I'm like, okay, so if it's a tiebreaker, you got to get it on the inner hand. It's the most riveting one I've ever seen.
The guy from Turkey who got a silver in
Oh.
shooting, and he like didn't have anything, like no focal
no.
or whatever they use.
The shooting one, I'm a little like.
Well, it's funny that the
whoop-de-doo.
so I
Like-
saw a tweet. I'm sure everyone saw, but it was like, why do we even have the Second Amendment? Because United States didn't even like rank at
Yeah, they-
all.
Yeah, how is America not
And
ranking
it's all
and
these
shooting
other
at all?
countries
So
that won
embarrassing.
like gold and silver, and America got none.
We didn't get shit in any of the shooting ones.
It was like,
But
why
I
do
love
we?
how there's like some countries where like guns are like really banned, but for them they're like, whoa.
Well, for them it's like, yeah, it's like a
It's a
sport.
sport, yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
here, it's like like archery. Like obviously you can't do that, but like you can do it as a sport and it's fun. It's
Do they bring their own gun?
I don't know.
Or do you pick
Probably.
up the gun?
No, I bet
but-
they bring their own gun.
Okay.
I have a question about guns.
But like, I feel like I guess so. But like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like, obviously you can bring your own ice skates. You can bring your own like hockey stick as your accessory to the thing. But I feel like the gun is like, there's
Can you
different
fly
types
with
of
a
guns,
gun?
there's different speeds of guns. I just think like that type of like assistance of a mechanic. I think it should be the same
yeah.
gun.
They have
It's
to
all
explain
about
that at
your
the airport?
balance. It's all about
Yeah.
your balance with that gun.
Can you fly with a gun if it's in your checked bag?
No.
I think if you declare it,
really,
right? I don't think you can carry it on, obviously,
Well, yeah,
but
obviously.
you may.
I don't.
maybe if you check it, you have to like have it in a separate gun container.
Because people go on hunting trips all the time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why I'm like.
yeah.
mm, I'm sure you,
can,
I
but
think
you
I
got to
was
get to
looking
the
it up.
airport early.
Yeah, just in case.
This last minute, is this mine?
They're like, oh, that's an AR-15. I don't think so.
Yeah.
What's your question about guns, Carl?
That's what it was. It was like, can you fly with them? I
Oh.
think. Did you look it up?
Yeah, it says you may transport unloaded firearms in locked, hard-sized container as checked baggage only.
Oh,
Okay.
Interesting.
Declare the firearm and or ammunition to the airline when checking your bag at the ticket counter. It must be completely secure.
I saw that at like just the baggage check-in. Someone just showing like
I know, I'd
their
be like,
AK. I'd be like, what the hell?
There's nothing
This
on
is
the airport.
overweight. Okay, let me reset it up, and they're
Yeah.
just pulling out guns and moving guns from one
Yeah.
thing to another.
And like your
You know what is cool about the Olympics medals is that they shaved off a bunch of bits from the Eiffel Tower, and then they put a piece of the Eiffel Tower into every medal.
It reminded
Yeah.
me of the scams episode, the guy who like scammed people from buying the Eiffel Tower, pieces of the Eiffel Tower.
Oh yeah.
I was like, he's still
That's
going.
so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, should we move on to our topic?
Yeah.
All
We
right.
could get my buddy Nick on here if we ever wanted to. And he could like bring his medal.
Oh,
You
into
want to
being an
ask
Olympian?
him about it when he gets back.
Did he go this year?
Yes, he just got bronze.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I only want a gold medalist.
Well, he might get the gold. He might get the gold for the team one if they win. Two,
Gorgeous.
so he'll have two.
I want
But
that guy
it
from
could
Turkey.
be fun just to ask him all those types of questions. What was the Olympic Village like? What was that like?
Yeah, that's cool.
If you wanted to. Okay.
And Carly, back to you. All right, so we are doing good and bad things about being an adult, at least in our opinions, anyway.
Yeah.
So we have both going on. I'll say, I think the worst thing for me about being an adult, one of the worst things, is going to get groceries. I fucking hate it. I know there's delivery services, I know, but I get like the most specific things from Trader Joe's. Hate it.
Wait,
Hate it with my
Trader
whole life.
Joe's.
Yes.
I feel like that's the easiest one.
It's no,
just
the parking
labeled.
lot. The parking lot's
No,
insane.
the easiest one to do pickup.
They
Oh,
don't
you-
do pickup at Trader Joe's. They do pickup at Trader
I don't
Joe's.
think.
I don't
I don't
know.
think
I don't
so.
know.
No, I
Well,
would
I don't even know
I go there all
how
the
it
time.
would even be easy to get pickup because every Trader Joe's parking lot is just
It's
like,
just
nothing's in it.
Dude, it's insane. Their parking lot is so scary.
Are you
I
still
agree.
going to the bad one?
No.
Oh.
The bad one?
Well, like the one by Mendocino Farms, like that's the worst part.
Oh, that
Even
one
just
is
getting there's
crazy.
annoying.
I don't think that other one is that bad.
It's not. I just like we've been doing.
Yeah.
Every week is the same. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, my top thing was like figuring out your meals and cooking them.
I have that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's so difficult.
I agree.
I
hate it.
deleted Postmates off my phone too. Did I tell you guys about this?
Oh no.
Oh.
What, you had to just cut it off? 'Cause
I
you
was
were
talking. I
relying
was
on
doing
it?
a good therapy session, and she was like, "Well, what's going on this week?" And I was like, "Not much." She's like, "Okay, well, what have you been thinking about?" And I was like, "I feel like I spend too much money on food delivery." And she's like, "Well, how much?" I'm like, "Once a day. It's really fucking expensive."
wow.
Once a day?
I mean, when I'm working from home, I either do it lunch or dinner. Like,
Holy shit.
Oh,
yeah.
that's-
I mean, it's fucking expensive. And she was like, "Well, what do you want to do about that?" I was like, "I don't want to do it." So she's like, "Well, why don't you just delete the app?" And I was like, "Wait, what?"
Brilliant.
And I
But
was
you
like,
still have Uber Eats.
"No,
He's like, I
still have
Grubhub.
DoorDash.
Yeah.
no, I deleted all of them, and it's been amazing. I don't miss it at all. And my Rocket Money is like, you've spent
You're
like,
just not eating.
well,
He's like, I'm so
He's just
hungry.
like eating peanuts.
no, I like.
Are you like cooking more? Like
Yeah,
eating
I'm like
home?
cooking more. I'm buying like bulk pre-cooked food to like heat up in the fridge. I'm making food. I'm walking to like pick up stuff. I'm driving to
Nice.
sit down. So, yeah, meals are just like, it is because it's every single day. You got to figure out
Yeah.
at least twice a day
I
what you're
know.
eating.
It's
Three.
tragic.
It's
And
insane.
then snacks. Like with your parents, you're just like, Mom, what's for dinner?
I know.
Yeah, I know.
And like now you are mom.
I was just home, like, well, my parents' home in Vegas. I could grocery shop in their closet. Like,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they have like Mormon vibe the groceries. There's like 7 cans of tomato paste, 8 cans of onion soup,
Oh my
like
God.
4 things of pasta. It's like, are you a grocery
And
store?
on top of the groceries, it's now you have all the groceries and you gotta cook it. And then you're like, I get really bad anxiety worrying about things going bad, and then I start feeling bad that
you,
I
like,
let
wasted
the
it?
eggs expire, or I never got like I bought 12 cartons of eggs, but
12?
a carton of 12
Oh, okay.
eggs. Sorry, just to
Ballerina
clarify.
Farms over here.
A carton of 12
Cartons
eggs.
of eggs.
But then you only ate 6 of them, and then 6 went bad.
I feel like eggs just
That-
last forever.
I think so too. I've
No,
never
a
even thought about them
rotten
being
egg?
bad.
Ew.
How? But like how? I
That's
feel like
a-
after a month.
But I feel
That's
like
a
if
dairy product.
No, it's not.
No.
Eggs are not dairy.
It's
They're
not
not?
dairy.
No,
what is it?
it's just an egg.
No way. It is so
Egg is
dairy.
not considered
Egg
dairy.
is so dairy.
No, it's. I know you
Why?
think it is, but it's not.
It's
egg
a
is.
byproduct of an animal.
Egg is not dairy. I promise you.
It got pooped out of an animal.
There's like a
It's
way
dairy.
to tell if an egg is bad.
Is an egg
Oh, if it
dairy?
floats or something.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
something like
yeah.
that.
What is an egg then?
It's just an
As
egg,
a
man.
Food group.
It's just an egg.
Protein. Fat. Fat and protein.
No,
Yes.
eggs are not dairy products. Dairy products are foods that come from the milk of mammals.
Yeah.
I guess when I always thought about
Wow.
the food pyramid, I always thought eggs were with milk in the.
Yeah. No, she's giving dairy. Like
Yeah.
No, I get.
The hen
You guys
sits
are
on-
not wrong for thinking that. It's a very
Oh,
common.
Yeah, you
Yes,
are.
food going bad. I always have. I'm just like on loop about like when I look at the fridge. I'm like, damn it, we didn't. get
That's why
around
you
to
just
this
order
shit.
in. It's always fresh every time. Boop boop boop. Free meal.
Yeah.
But
How long do you wait for your eggs?
whenever the expiration date is, or we.
Aaron's like, they have that on the box.
Yeah.
Like at least like a week. I have to.
Oh. Oh, I'm
a
eating.
week to finish a dozen eggs
Okay.
for sure.
I leave it in there for like weeks.
I think I've never even thought about it. Like if I cracked it and
feel like it's
it
fine.
smelled bad or it looked
Yeah.
gross, I'd be like, okay, ew. But I've never experienced a bad egg.
That's wild.
See, to me,
how
that's like
how long are they good for?
like 2 weeks.
Okay, well maybe I probably haven't had eggs that long.
Oh, yeah. Eggs I get like really weirded out about.
I'm
and,
like the queen though of
No,
like,
bitch. 3 to 5 weeks.
Oh, is it 5?
oh, okay. That's why we've never gotten sick from eggs.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm eating
for me, it
eggs.
has to be 2 weeks, or I'm
Like-
tossing it. Well, also I get rid of the carton, and then I put them in
your
our
little
egg
guy.
holder. But I need to like write the date on
Well,
it. But like
like a
I
grocery
just
store?
assume
Now
if
you're
it's
getting
been
rid
there
of
more
good
than a week-
eggs.
Oh,
Are you
maybe.
writing the date on each individual egg like with a Sharpie?
Hell no. No, I just trust that by the end of the week I will have consumed 12 eggs.
Do you write it on one of the eggs? Like, what's your system?
Neither.
Probably
I
the
think it's just
container,
the moment I have.
But
It's
it'd
just
be-
refilling and
Like Matt,
getting rid of it.
I bought like a giant carton of eggs from Costco on like the 3rd of July, And when I got home on Sunday, which was the 28th or something, I used one of the eggs. 4 of them.
Could be me. Could be me. But now that I
And
know
then the
that it's
curtain was
3 to
gone.
5 weeks,
Yeah.
I guess I should do it. Patricia and I, we left a whole bunch before we went on vacation.
Yeah.
We came back and we were so worried throwing them all away.
I feel like
because we were
eggs-
worried one was going to
No,
be
they're
rotten
good.
and smell terrible.
Especially if they're in the fridge.
Yeah.
Well, they're supposed to be in the fridge, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I think that if they're like you get them from a farm or something, you don't have to
Oh.
Like
refrigerate them.
the organic, whatever, yeah.
I don't know. I always see stuff about that.
Yeah,
But
there's something in Europe
it
that
in the
people don't
fridge.
put in the fridge that we put in the fridge.
Butter.
I think a lot of stuff. I don't put
Is it
butter in the
eggs?
fridge.
I don't know. There's something that like we think it's like you have to have it refrigerated, and Europeans are like, nah, you don't. I think it might be eggs.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
I hate throwing I hate throwing away trash, even though you got to do it. But just knowing that that's always like a constant
Taking out the
moving
trash?
thing, taking out the trash,
I love being a woman.
Yeah, I'm like, I've never done
moving
that one.
trash
I don't do that.
bins. When is it trash day? All of that stuff
Oh.
I hate.
Oh, you got to take your bins out to the street.
Sometimes it depends. If like our landscaping guys come by, they'll move it for us. But sometimes they don't do it. I hate that. I just hate like always like having to think of that shit.
Bad things about being an
Or
adult.
Laundry. Yeah, these are exactly. I'm
Yeah.
venting about things I hate being an adult.
I love doing laundry.
Bills are fine,
Oh,
but I'm
bills?
paranoid about bills that like I just don't know about. Was
Same.
there something I missed?
No, I'm always like, I'm gonna get arrested any day because I haven't paid something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally on here, I just have paying so many bills.
Especially,
Wait, are you
like-
guys sitting there like with a checkbook
No,
and your
it
bills?
just sucks that there's
No,
a bill for everything.
There's just everything, and like sometimes I'll get one and some in the mail, and I'm like not sure if it's like spammy or
Yeah.
if it's real, and you got to
Or
research.
medical bills. Well, knowing that you have to pay for like things for your just the
Yeah.
improvement and safety of your body that normally when you were a kid. Oh, mommy, you got
Yes.
this, right? Of course, my little one, you're safe.
Yeah.
Knowing you're like, yeah, like I've spent so much money on my teeth, and thankfully everything's like fine now. But like, that drove me fucking nuts. I've had to spend like thousands of dollars for treatments on my teeth. Like I
God.
hated how expensive that was.
Yeah.
It
Getting
was-
getting your own health insurance is one of mine. Like as an adult, when
we
you're,
just used
what,
to have
26?
we used to have personal assistants and secretaries to handle all of our stuff. Like
Our parents?
yeah, like my mom was my personal
I
assistant.
was like,
and
your family had that?
no, but like your mom is gonna call up the
course.
doctor and set. Like I still feel weird going to the doctor by myself. Like going
is-
to the doctor when you're a kid, you're sitting in the waiting room. Your mom interacts with them. She pays. She's filling out the forms. Wait, I have to. What do you want me to do? I don't even know my name. Like
Yeah.
that is the worst. Dealing with setting up appointments for yourself for things you got to go to the DMV to get your registration.
I gotta buy a new tire. I spent an hour like on the internet
Oh,
just trying to
no.
fucking find. Well, I need to buy a replacement tire
Aren't they like
for my.
$1,200?
No, just for one tire, a replacement.
It's like 400
$300
bucks.
or $400. But you go on different sites and you're like, oh, I guess I should hit up this tire place, but they don't carry that tire, and I'm going to another place, and It was just so fucking complicated figuring out how I can buy one tire. Where I was like, how do people fucking do it?
How come
Yeah.
you just don't go to the dealership?
Because then I think they're going to charge me $600 for a $200 for
They
a
probably will
$400
too.
tire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Tesla. Like if you get tires from Tesla, they're like way more expensive than if you go to like.
Discount tire. Or something.
Yeah, that's literally where I went, and I got all new tires from there.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that bad.
I also think COVID made things way fucking worse. Like we used like with your tire shop thing, like you could probably before COVID, I feel like go to any tire shop
Yes.
and they'll all have it. Like America just kind of worked better before COVID, and then everybody got fired. All the shit stopped, and then they were like, "Oh, we actually don't need to like overstock everything and pay everybody and have a full staff." And then it's just like all these normal things that become so much harder. I think is my recollection as an adult. But like going to the doctor,
Oh, this is another thing I hate about also getting older. Movies, video games, things when you were a kid that just you were like, this is amazing. And then as you get older, you revisit it.
And it's
you're
like not as amazing
"This
as you
sucks."
thought. Yeah.
It doesn't hit as good.
Have you experienced that recently?
Yeah.
With
Oh,
what?
yeah. Like I bought one of those little Anbernic handheld emulators that have all of your childhood games on. You see them on TikTok Shop a lot.
I've never seen that.
Oh, you can play every little N64 game, every Game Boy Advance game. All of them are all on one
You
device.
got one?
I bought one.
And it's not
I
worth
was
it?
so excited to play the Harry Potter games because I loved playing those as a kid. And I was just like, this isn't good.
Oh, sad. You gotta keep that stuff in the past
It breaks my
sometimes.
soul, like, because I'm a very nostalgic person, but I've
I know.
come to learn that, like, it's not going to hit the same as
well,
it used to.
now that we have TikTok. Nothing hits the same. Like there's nothing better.
That's actually
than,
Take it
true.
away.
like
Yeah.
if we didn't have TikTok and short videos, like I feel like a lot of that other stuff, like reading a book, would hit. But when you got TikTok
I love reading a book.
an inch away, it seems like any other form of entertainment is like, well, what are we doing here? Like even you're watching the Olympics, you're like, I could have watched this on TikTok and just seen the
I know.
best parts.
It's so terrible.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
I know. I'm like that with books. Like I'm like I'll want to read, but I'm so addicted to looking at TikTok. But once I'm in the book and reading, I'm like, this is so nice.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at my phone in an hour.
Yeah.
like I love
oh my
it.
god.
Oh, I get sucked in. Yeah, I love that feeling.
Yeah, that's why I like thrillers. I feel like those are the main books that keep the page turning.
Best part
Love
about being
it.
an adult? Fridge stocked with ice cream. Anytime I want ice cream, 12 at night, ice cream sandwich, I'm fucking eating it. It is.
See, I had that as a kid, so I can't really even say that's a benefit.
I had it as a kid too, but there's no guilt now. It's not like
I'm sneaking
Not even
it.
Yeah.
guilt, just being told no.
there is nobody to tell you
That's
no.
what my top one is. Nobody to tell you no.
Yeah.
With anything you want to do.
Oh my God.
No
Except
one
the
there
law,
to tell you
but
no.
that's
Well,
it.
the law, but yeah, in your own home.
I didn't listen to them when I was young anyway.
I have. Oh,
yeah.
this just resonates with me so much. Never having homework ever again.
yeah.
I can't tell you how heavily homework weighed on me my whole
Really?
life. It's all I would think about. I'd be like, okay, I should do math. Like I have to. I was the type of person that like did my homework as soon as I got home, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh my god.
Because otherwise, I'd be
I'd be
thinking
doing like
about
on
it.
the bus on the way to school.
Yeah, I know. I wish I was like that, and I would see people do that, and I would think, why can't I be like that? But I would just. I don't know if it's anxiety, but I would just think about it all
Yeah.
day, like through dinner. I'm like, fuck, I still gotta do all this assignment. Oh.
Do you still have like nightmares
Dreams?
from school?
Yes.
Yeah, where there's
Still.
like a class that you forgot you signed up for
Yup.
and you haven't made it.
I get
and-
those all the time. I get that, or like I forgot my backpack, or there's a test I never studied for,
That's
and
the
it's
worst.
it's a big test.
You walk into a classroom, okay, everyone, final exam, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? I thought this was the first day of class.
Yeah.
And you just have no idea.
Those are crazy. It seems like a lot of people have those dreams.
Yeah.
It's weird that we experience
The same
similar
dreams.
dreams. I think. God blesses you.
Excuse me.
Or
It's
Judas?
just a little
I don't
run
know.
down, you guys.
I think another positive about being an adult.
Hold on.
What?
Let's stay on this homework thing.
Oh, okay.
I have no memory of homework stressing me out at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like homework was
But
just
weren't you
like,
a bad student?
Yeah.
I don't
or
think
wasn't It
so.
all just like
You said you were.
I feel like I was a bad student, but I got good grades. But like, I was always just like, I mean, I cheated a lot. I would like ask my friends, okay, can you just give me the answers?
Well, that's
like,
why she was stressed out and you weren't.
Yeah.
Like,
was
all
pretty
I wanted-
She was
rules.
doing the work herself.
yeah, I just wanted to get it done so I could turn it in.
Yeah.
I don't care about actually
Well,
getting
now
it done.
it's like type into ChatGPT and you're good.
Oh,
For
yeah.
fucking
That's
real.
crazy, actually. School now.
That's TJ.
Solve
He
this
had to
math
take
problem.
a class for like a driving thing, and literally it was all like
driving?
multiple choice, and he put all of the multiple choice questions into ChatGPT, and they did the fucking test for
That's
him.
so funny.
Do you remember how like for like math homework they'd be like do the numbers 1 through 25, but only the
Only
odd
the
numbers.
odds, yes.
Because then like the even numbers were in the fucking back. I hated that shit. And then you would come to class and you like maybe did the even numbers but not the odd numbers, and you would get a big fat 0.
Oh shit.
Like
I never messed that one
you
up.
didn't follow
hated-
directions.
I know. I just hated that. Like, only do the odd numbers.
Yeah, I liked it because it felt like I was doing it
math.
faster. I was like, I'm almost there because you're
Oh,
skipping
yeah,
every
'cause
other
it's
one.
like-
I remember now what I used to do in high school.
What?
I did have a lot of good snacks and good food that my mom would buy, and I would go to school in high school with like a bag just full of fucking pretzels, chips, marshmallows, chocolate bars, and I would like plot out before whatever class I had, I would have people that I would link up with, like a drug dealer, and I would trade them food for their homework, and I would do the homework like
Oh my
just
God.
copy their homework 5 minutes before the class, and then give them a Hershey's bar, and then I have the homework. So
The
that's why I
Good
never thought about
bartering
homework.
system.
Nice.
Honestly,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was wheeling and dealing in high school.
He had this hack where you tell one friend, hey, do you want to split the homework? I'll do half the answers and you'll do half the answers,
yeah.
and then we'll swap. But you go to another friend and say, I'll do half the answers and you do half the answers, but you make them do the other half of what your responsibility was to the other person. Then you get both of those people to
the whole ring.
Capitalism.
Yeah, you basically got them both to do it.
An
and
operation
you get the
ring
answers,
right
and
there.
you did zero of the work.
Is that actually what he did, or that's like something he said he did?
Oh, actually, I don't think it's he didn't do it. I can't remember. There's a clip of it.
It sounds like a
It's
good idea,
something
but
his friend would did, or yeah, I don't.
that's like the chess thing where if you like there's a way if you want to play 10 people in chess, all you need to do is like whatever the first guy does, you do that to the next guy, you do that to the next guy, you do that to the next guy, and all you have to do is beat one person, and then you can actually beat 10 people. Does that make sense?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Durr.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry, I was like a little lost. I was looking at my list
That's
when you
okay.
first
What
started
are
talking.
some other things? Oh, well, also, like, one of the worst things is, too, well, especially as you're getting older, especially now in your 30s, you have to be so responsible about your own body. Like, now
Yeah.
it really fucking matters how your body is going to move and be
Mm-hmm.
able to just survive for the rest of, like, your life. And knowing that that's your own responsibility.
Yeah.
If your legs are getting tensed up and you're having pain here, well, you should have had the responsibility to make sure that you were taking care of it the entire time.
Yeah.
That is always on my brain now, especially where I'm 30. I'm trying to touch my legs. I'm trying to.
And you've gone through a couple medical things the past year and a half.
That's what like set me, and knowing that there's setbacks and times where
Yeah.
you can't fully commit to your body. And God bless the people who are working crazy, just more than 9 to 5, more like 9 to 9 jobs, and having that being a physical toll on your body.
Yeah.
And that's going to completely affect your life expectancy and what type of physical mobility you're going to have in your future. Just that always weighs on me.
Yeah, I have that too, and like combined with like caring about like skincare. Like I never really
Yes.
cared in my 20s that much. Maybe when I was like 26, 27, I started caring about it. But I love having like a routine. I like knowing I'm taking care of what I need to take care of. And same with that. Like I'm happy I started Pilates. I feel like I'm a lot. It's helped a lot with not. Well, okay, kind of goes into the bad things, but the bad thing about being an adult for me is like your back hurting when you're not active.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that started happening in adulthood,
I
but like
said being sore all the time.
Yes.
For no reason.
yeah. So it's nice knowing like doing Pilates and stuff has gotten rid of that for me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, just being active and like walking and stuff.
Yeah, I'm also always thinking about the skincare one too.
Mm-hmm.
Like where it's like, well, I have to do it because by me, it's like ritualistic where it's
Yeah.
like, I think by doing this, I'm going to have really great skin by the time I'm 60. Because
Yeah.
I did take all of these steps to maintain like
Your
a
sunscreen
proper
every day?
routine. Yeah.
Well,
skin
yes,
cancer.
but I mean like on like facial sunscreen.
yeah, of
Okay,
course.
good. That's
of
I
course.
guess that's the biggest like anti-aging
La Roche
thing you can
Posay,
do.
baby.
Oh,
But I
La
do like the
Roche.
toner, the serum, all of that stuff.
yeah.
I feel like that's all a scam.
Is
I
it?
kind of agree, but like, I think I made a TikTok about this the other day. I was like, you don't need to buy everything you see on TikTok Shop about skincare because there's so much shit that's just like.
I'm
there's
convinced
this one,
the whole industry is
There's
like,
one Korean mask, like just like a regular mask you put on your face, and everyone will lift it up and be like, "Oh my god, I have glass skin." And it's like, girl, like that's just the hyaluronic acid still on
Yeah.
your face. Like, of course it's gonna be like that as soon as you take it off, and so it just makes people think that it makes your face glass skin. And I'm like, no,
Mm-hmm.
any mask you put on your face will do that. I don't know.
I've just never used anything in my life. Like water is the only skincare routine I
tell.
have. Can you?
No.
No, I
Raise your
mean,
eyebrows.
Oh, hot. We could run some credit cards. For those guys.
It's not that bad.
I mean, for 35, I think it's fine. I'm not
Yeah.
concerned.
oh damn, you're 35.
Yeah.
Jesus
But
Christ.
if
I'm just kidding.
like the whole skincare industry to me seems like we're gonna give you something to create a problem and then we're gonna solve it for you. Like here's a cleanser that's going to completely like strip away all the oils, all the natural shit, and completely just dry your skin out. Then you're gonna have dry skin, so your body's gonna overproduce shit because you just washed it all out. And then you need to clean it again because it's oily, but then you need to put anti whatever on, and you need to put moisturizer on, and it's all just like chemicals that for thousands of years have never been on our skin. And it's like this whole industry of like, take it off, put it on, wipe it off, put it on. Just don't touch your face. Like, don't use your dirty fucking hands also that have been like touching subway cars and then touching your
You gotta
face.
wash your hands first. Well,
Ugh.
that's why you look up dermatologists on TikTok and see what they like.
I think they're all
you
in
should
on
use.
it.
Big
I think-
dermatology.
Yeah,
also,
big
are they
derm.
really doing
Big derm.
studies of like, oh, if you use moisturizer for 50 years when you're an adult, you're not going to have wrinkles? Like,
think so.
Are
No,
they actually
moisturizer is
doing
more for-
studies?
Well, for wrinkles, it's mostly like tretinoin is like the big thing you have to get like a prescription for.
What is that?
It's I don't know how to explain it, but it helps with cell
Just
cell
get Botox.
overturn and
Yeah.
like it peel like your skin peels a little bit, so it's like new cellular formation. It's like the top thing you can do for like aging when you get older. Besides like a facelift. Or
I think, but your body is just going to age. Like you can't
Yeah, of course,
stop
of
it.
course.
But
You can't stop it, but you also back in the day, like people's lifespans were not as long. So now it's like we live longer. We don't want to
Yeah.
look so
I
old when
think
we're only
people
like
now
50.
look like the youngest they've ever.
well,
had,
yeah.
Too.
Except if you're young, you look old.
Oh yeah.
If you
That's
have,
what
like,
that's.
filler.
Gen Z.
There are some of those people on TikTok where it's like, gee, I thought this guy was 40.
Dude, I
Yeah.
do that all the time, and I'm like, holy fuck.
Like there's people who I think are older than me and they're just not, and it's crazy. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the stress of life as a
Yeah.
like internet.
A lot of like the girls, it's because they're doing too many like injectables, so they look so much older than they are.
Yeah, because I just saw this thing, a dermatologist was talking about how like filler will not
It
go
doesn't
away.
leave.
It doesn't leave,
That
and
is
that's why
like,
your face gets puffy after over time. Like have like pillow face.
It's crazy.
I know.
Pillow face thing is like anytime you go to like a Erewhon or just somewhere bougie in LA,
my
you'll
God.
see some 65-year-old woman who's just like this.
That'll be me.
Just giant
just
lips.
like, but like,
Her
Yeah.
face doesn't move.
it doesn't look good. Like, what are we doing here, people?
It's crazy because like that person thinks it looks good.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, maybe they like it.
I mean, God bless if that's gonna make you happy, but
God bless.
good Lord.
I said one of the best things is that you can like fuck up and nobody can be disappointed but you.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
good and bad, I think.
Yeah, but like you don't have your parents to like make it worse. Like I think it's one thing, it's just like, oh, I fucked up. Like I'm really disappointed in myself. But then to have your parents like also reiterating.
Are you talking about like?
Like if you get into a-
grounded.
No, like-
there-
Well, that
there's a
too.
Like if you get into a car accident and you're like,
Yeah.
fuck,
Oh, I see.
my
No,
day is ruined.
Or like if you got like a bad grade on a test and you're already like, fuck, like
Yeah.
I'm such an idiot. But then you have your parents being like, you're an idiot.
Or if you like
Yeah.
break a dish at your house, it's like, well, I paid for it. It's my dish. I'm annoyed. But your parents would be like, that was fine china.
Yeah, there's no one else yelling at you besides
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Although I feel like these kids now, they're with the millennial gentle parenting. Oh, this
Yeah.
is okay that this dropped. How are we feeling about this?
Do you understand how this happened?
I mean, I can't even imagine what those kids are going to grow up to be like. They're just the most empathetic, like not scared of yelling people ever, but
But yeah, but then I also think they'll be fucked up because of that.
Yeah.
I feel like
Right.
I need a healthy balance.
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah. The gentle parenting thing is,
my God,
I
my
love
kids
the
would.
gentle parenting of boomer parents. Have you seen those?
like us gentle parenting.
Like
them.
it'll be like someone our age gentle parenting their boomer parent about like the election or something. Okay, oh, and he said something mean about your candidate. How does that make you feel? and do you think that that's a good thing or a bad thing? And the mom's like, well, I think it's a bad thing. I was like, oh, so you do think it's a bad thing?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is
Oh, that's very
That's
funny.
yeah, that's
perfection.
really
Gentle
funny.
parenting my boomer parents. It's a good trend.
That's very funny.
What is a good thing for me is weekends. There's no one telling me what the fuck to do on a Saturday morning. We
Or
don't
like
have
already pre-planning stuff for you.
We don't have family coming over. I don't have to clean up for somebody. I don't have to. No. If I can on Saturday morning, if my feet don't touch the ground till like 11 a.m., I'm like, that's I won. I
Yeah.
won the game. I won the lottery. I don't need to get out of bed for anything, and it's
Yeah.
the best.
I love a Sunday. I
A
love
Sunday.
Sundays as an adult. I love Sundays. Obviously, I hated them as a kid. 'Cause it
Yeah.
was like, well, I also am lucky and get to do this for a living. I'm sure most people hate Sundays because they have to work, but like for me, it was school. Now I love it. It's like my day of like cleaning, lighting candles, just like feeling chill. I like it.
Yeah.
Laundry, lots of laundry. I love doing laundry. I think that's a good thing about being an adult is doing laundry.
I think. Oh wait.
I like staying on top of
I
it.
don't know if I can like articulate this like right. It's cool when you're an adult how like now you can get to talk to like all of the adults. Like, or as a kid, I feel like you spend a lot of time talking to like kids, and yeah, like some adults.
You
here and
interact
there,
with adults.
They're like more, there's authority figures like your teacher, and those adults are communicating to you, and you just communicate as kids. But when you join the adult gang, you can talk to like people in their 60s and 70s, or just all across the board. And I just
Yeah.
think conversationally, it really opens up. You start seeing eye to eye as adult. And I don't know, the world just gets a lot more interesting because you're not being talked down to. You're
Yeah.
being talked to as an equal. You're learning things from other people. What?
I feel like adults still talk. I mean, it's like half the issue with like politics right now. Like parents.
Adults talk down to you a lot.
I think in general, yeah. Like they're like,
Like,
oh, you dumb
sometimes, yeah.
millennials. Like you don't
Yeah.
know shit. You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. I was just talking about like the adults like just in my life that I
Yeah.
get to talk to.
Where you don't have to call them like Mr.
Right.
Johnson.
Patterson.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just get to ask them about like just interesting
Ma'am.
things that they've done with their life and what all of that is. Everything's
Mm.
just an open book, and it's way more just like I don't know.
I feel like you've tapped
exciting.
into that very much. So I will sometimes still feel a little like, oh, that's Mr. whatever. Like someone's parents, I always feel like I should be able to talk to any of y'all's parents as if they're an equal, but because it's like your friend's parent, it's like, if I were to meet a random guy who's your parents' age, it's like, oh, I met this guy at the bar. He does this, whatever. But like, I don't know. Like if I'm DMing with your dad about the crossword, I'm like, don't fuck this up. This is like Mr. King. Like,
Oh my
I kind
God.
of don't like it when people's parents visit town and you got to go like see them.
Yeah.
And I really don't like those types of things.
yeah.
Actually, I don't like that at all. Especially when I don't even know that they're in town too. Like
What do
you
you
show up at a
mean?
friend's place and their parents are there, and you're like, you didn't tell me your parents are here.
You didn't warn
You're like,
me.
Oh hi, yeah, and then you got to put on that whole vibe for them. Unexpected. One of my least favorite things ever.
I'm just like, hey, queen.
do you get along with people's parents as if they're like normal people?
Yeah.
I feel like I do too. I also talk to so many like old people in my neighborhood.
Do you?
Yeah, there's a neurologist in my neighborhood. I like him. He has a pickleball court, and he's like, you guys can use it anytime you want. And I was like,
Whoa.
okay, fine.
See, that's cool.
I know. And he has 4 golden retrievers. I'm like, this is a dream.
Yeah.
Wow.
I felt bad because I was walking with my AirPods, and where I walk, it's like, it goes to a dead end. It's like a really small street that goes to a dead end, and then I keep walking. But he kept saying something to me I didn't realize because I couldn't hear him. And then I took my AirPod out. He's like, do you mind if I let my dogs run out? Because they just want to play in this like dead end area. And I was like, oh yeah. And I didn't think I was going to see 4 giant golden, it was like horses
Damn, that's
leaving
so
a stable.
sick.
I was like, oh my gosh, then we were
Ew,
talking.
the American dream.
And and it's a crazy house. I walk by it all the time. It looks like a rich asshole bought it. Like it's a big house. There's like, it looks like a tennis court, but I guess it's like a pickleball court in the backyard. A huge lawn, I think a pool. And I'm always like, who the fuck lives there? And like finally I talked to him the other day, and he's so sweet. He works in like immunology now. And I'm like, okay, you're not like crazy.
Oh.
Yeah. You never know. You
Yeah.
never know. I've got an anti-vaxxer friend, and I've got a immunologist friend that I talk to on the reg.
An
really?
anti-vaxxer friend that you talk to on the
I don't
reg?
really talk to him that much, but like if he's outside, we'll like chat. But I remember one time he was like telling me I would drop dead from the vaccine.
Okay.
And I was like, oh.
I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, no, literally. But
seeing
to
you.
me, it's so fascinating. Like, I know where I stand, but I'm just like ready
Also,
to hear
like,
what he has to
how
say.
does that even get brought up with you just strolling by?
I'm trying to think.
Hey, are you vaccinated?
I think he had well, he told me, it was so weird. They have one of those like ADT things in their lawn that's like,
Yeah.
we're watching you. And he's like, this is fake. We actually don't have one. It's just so people like get deterred. And I was like, oh, that's funny. And then he was like, I watched this amazing documentary the other day. It's called Dropping Dead or whatever it's called. Suddenly, died
what a
suddenly.
transition.
No, yeah, died suddenly. And I was like, what do you mean? It's like all these basketball players are dying from the COVID vaccine. And I was like, that's
Oh
not
my
true.
God.
And he was like, no, it's true. And I was like, well, I've gotten a vaccine and a booster. And he's like, well, you may drop dead. I was like, okay.
Good for you for like challenging it. I'm such like the moment someone's bringing up
Oh,
like politics,
I mean, I don't
I'm not
really-
agreeing with it, but I'm just like, uh-huh.
I mean, I'll do that sometimes when I just want to hear what they're saying.
Especially if you're an Uber driver, do not like Uber, Lyft,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Don't bring up politics to me
Yeah, that's-
at all.
that could get
I'm
scary.
trusting you to drive. I'll chat about anything, weather and stuff, but I think it's so unprofessional when you're having just somebody get in your
He's like,
car and
"Who
you
you
want to
voting
get
for?"
into politics. Also, when I was getting my skin cancer removed, the woman was like telling me about, I don't know, we're talking about the assassination. She was talking about what countries I think are the best countries in the world, where why she thinks America's the best, all this shit. I was like, what are we doing here? Like, I'm in a hospital right now. I'm trusting you to like get into my back. I don't want to get into all of this.
Yeah.
I can't
I feel like some
stand
people just-
who have no filter of like,
Yeah.
When I got into the Uber for the first time in London this year and in Ireland last year, when I went to 2 weddings, there was traffic, and both Uber drivers, I was like, oh, a little bit of traffic today, huh? I'm just like trying to be friendly. He goes, yeah, too many immigrants in the country. And I was just like, oh, okay. I was just
Okay,
trying to make
MAGA.
small talk. And just like, then the Irish guy 30 minutes
Hell yeah, baby.
ranting about immigrants.
And,
Yeah. And he's like, you have that in America too? Yeah. And I was like, I mean, not really. It's pretty great everywhere. And he,
No, we need to build the wall.
it was, I don't know what it is about those two countries, but the first cab drivers I got into, both of them.
That's really funny,
30-minute
actually.
rant on, like, they're blaming just the traffic of the day on too many
so
immigrants.
stupid.
I know.
Tell me more.
No,
Not even tell me more. Patricia will go, tell me more. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I'll challenge them and be like, I don't think it really is that bad. Have you looked at the immigration numbers?
Brakes.
Get out.
Get after me, car.
Yeah, you put on Irish accent so he doesn't know you're.
Yeah,
visiting.
no, I'm with you. Don't. If you're like in a professional service industry, don't bring up political topics. That's insane.
I do want to say I did watch a documentary, Drop Dead Suddenly.
Drop Dead Gorgeous.
I forget what it's called.
Great movie.
Died Suddenly. It's like this. It's a documentary.
You went home and immediately were like,
Yeah, I was like, well, now I need to see what
see.
he's talking about, and it was the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my entire
Yeah.
life. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This, like Matt Grippy. Oh, you're a grown adult. You're an adult and you have kids, and you think you believe this?
Yeah.
The pandemic.
Oh, I remember that one.
Oh,
like
God.
you're 12
Posted.
if you say that. I'm sorry.
Oh, the worst. This was a worst for me is that like you can't get out of things by being like, oh, my mom said no. You know?
And you can't even say like my husband said no because it sounds abusive.
Like controlling. Yeah.
Oh,
Like, you're like, oh,
true.
my dad said I couldn't come to play today.
One
I'm
time
sorry.
Nolan was like trying to get out of something, and I think he said like my girlfriend didn't want me to come, and I got so mad because I was like,
No.
they're gonna think I'm.
No, I'd be
fucking-"
Patricia's
pissed.
caught
I was like,
me.
are you kidding me?
Patricia's caught me a few times in text being like, actually, we can't. Patricia has this thing. She's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, that is so
Oh well, that's better than
annoying.
being like she doesn't want me to go.
No, yeah, or it's like she has a thing, or yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
huh?
I never like,
And it was
I
so
never
out of
say
character.
she
I was like-
won't let me go. I
Yeah.
won't say that, but I'll be like,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
put it on
But
her.
then like
that,
she's a part of your lie.
Oh yeah, so she
Right.
needs to now be your alibi. Oh,
Yeah.
how was your cousin's
Yeah.
barbecue? I'm so sorry you couldn't make it to my party.
What
What
barbecue?
barbecue?
Yeah.
Well, Matt said he had a barbecue.
Oh, Matt was lying. Matt was lying.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you
Wait,
better
what
fill
were
her
we
in when
just
you do
saying?
that.
I was just thinking of.
That your
I need to ask
your mom is
my
an
mom
excuse.
Said no.
I love with the Curb episode when Larry's mom dies and he realizes he can use it to just get out of anything.
Oh yeah.
My mom just died. I can't do anything.
Oh, I mean taxes, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
That sucks.
One of my bad things about being an adult is worrying about the weather in your home. Not so much in LA. I mean, I guess earthquakes, but like in Omaha, like I didn't like if there's a tornado watch, I was like, ooh, creepy, but I didn't like think about it that much. But if I owned a home and there was a tornado watch, I'd be like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is gonna ruin what if it ruins my house
Yeah.
or a hurricane or I mean an earthquake, I guess
Yeah.
too, but or a fire even. I never thought about it so deeply when I lived just like with my parents.
Saying the weather in your own home is like, oh, I'm gonna set it to cloudy and rainy today, like like inside your house. Like, ooh,
I had the same exact.
it's not windy enough in here. Let's crank the wind up a
Yeah.
little bit on my Nest
I think it said
thermostat.
weather and your home, but it
Oh,
sounded
they
like
said weather
in.
in
It
your
did
home.
sound like
One
it.
thing
Yeah.
that does like stink, but actually I don't feel like it affects me like living in LA that much because I don't feel like that many of our friends in our group are in that stage of life, like being married and having kids. Like knowing that more and more of your friends do that, and then that's gonna like
It, like,
pull more
separates.
separation away from you
like-
guys seeing each other as enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
as much,
I wrote
because-
growing apart from people.
Yeah.
Stupid babies.
Yeah, but it's like that's the way
Dumb-ass
life goes. But like
babies.
sometimes it really like makes me sad thinking like, oh no, this is gonna get like worse. I don't want to say worse. That sounds pessimistic.
Well, it's just like
gonna
what
get
will.
more real. It's gonna get more
Aaron.
real where people are like, sorry, I can't be there where you want me to be because
Yeah.
I got
a lot of restrictions with the kid.
That's
for
why
sure.
college is fucking sick.
Yeah.
You are living with like 50,000 people in your exact age group going
Teens.
through the exact same thing, and you have like 3 hours of obligations a day, and the rest is just yours.
I know. I wish I
One
could-
class.
But the best are though when you are out of college and you're in your 20s, but you go to and visit a city and you're like, I'm good. I got a buddy who like lives here. I'm gonna go meet up with them. But now that friend who used to be able to see anytime you were in that city, they got wife and kids. You're not. Gonna
Oh, yeah,
And the
once
wife
they
said,
get
see
I
them.
can't hang out with you.
Can't
Yeah.
crash at their place anymore.
I have
at
a
their
barbecue.
apartment.
Have a barbecue.
It's all of that stuff.
Once someone
Yeah.
has the kid, I think that's it. Then you don't see him as much anymore. A wife, you can
Yeah.
still hang out, but once a friend has like a kid,
Yeah.
you're just kind of cooked on hangouts, unless you also have the kid. People with kids hang out with each other.
Yeah.
Or you're just a really cool friend, and then the wife loves you and goes, "Come on over, even if the kids are here."
Yeah, but do you want to go in someone's house and they have like a little baby and like, oh, we got to change him. Oh, we got like, it's like, what am I
Kinda.
doing here?
Kind of.
What am I doing here?
Like, yeah, what, hey, you want to have a six pack and watch the Olympics? Like, no, we have a human child we're dealing with here. Why don't you go make yourself at home?
I also worst hangovers as an adult.
Oh, I have that on there too.
I
Devastating.
distinctly remember when I was like 22 telling some like 30-year-old.
Yeah, oh.
They were like, oh, I'm so hungover. I was like, what's that?
No, literally, I remember it so specifically. My best friend's sister, she's like 6 or 7 years older than us. And like they would always be like, just you wait, just you wait. And in my mind, I was like, what a pussy. Like,
But life
I will
catches you up
never
fast.
feel that way. And like once you hit 25, it's just like a slow decline
Just
every year.
Waking up at like 8 a.m. on a Friday after a turbo Thursday, you're just like, wait, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
What is this hangover thing
Going
you
to
keep?
class, too.
Yeah, like what are you talking? I'm a little tired, but like because I went to sleep at 4 a.m.
I would
and
just
now
like,
it is.
kill to feel
I'm
that way again.
hungover right now from the weekend. That's why I sound like
I
this.
can't. Well, usually I don't get that hungover that much, but as I'm getting into my 30s now, I can't do 3 days in a row. I can only do like 2 days. Like really,
I
the
can't
third
do
day, I'm
2.
like, I don't want
I get
to
sick
do.
after one.
Yeah, this is.
I can keep it going.
I can-
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
keep it going.
guys-
I cannot. I wish I could. I wish I could have a brat summer, but I'm just not built for it. I'm built for August.
That clip of Charlie doing coke was so sick.
It's very
At the
funny.
boiler room.
Yeah.
When
She
she like
actually
went
did it?
Are
went
we
below.
confirmed
Yeah.
that she did cocaine down there?
for sure.
What
She wasn't.
else?
Maybe was she was hitting a cig, hitting a vape?
No, she would
Nah,
have done
she
that.
would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
bumping that, bumping that.
Doing
She
a
was
line.
bumping that, bumping that.
Okay.
Queenie.
I really like the song on her album with Lord. I'm like obsessed with it right now.
Oh,
Oh,
Honestly,
let's work it.
I was speechless.
when I woke up to your voice note. You tell me how you've been feeling. Let's work it out on the remix.
Oh, I love it.
Because for the last couple of years, I've been at war with my body. I tried to starve
Starve
myself
myself.
thinner, and then I gained all
Yeah,
the
Matt
way
knows
back.
it.
She believed my
of
possession.
course
and
he
now
knows
I
it. It's
totally
fucking
get it.
Lord's
I know.
only song for the last 5 years.
Girl, you walk
Okay,
And
Matt.
it's
Matt.
viral on TikTok.
Wait, can
How
I
many
say
have you seen?
what the line she says is so weird? She's like, when I was 15, someone said I
When I
walked.
was 10,
When I was-
you
you
walk
walk like a-
girl, you walk like,
like a bitch.
bitch.
When I was 10, someone
said that.
and it's just self-pretend.
The grammar
until
is
you're
weird.
building
She
the
should have said, when I
weapon.
was 10, someone said you walk like
No,
a
I
bitch.
understand what they said, but like, what do you mean you walk like a bitch?
It's just a weird
It's
insult
just
to
Yeah.
like a
mean, catty
10-year-old.
thing that a girl would say about
And she, like,
you
held
that would
on to
make
that?
you
Yeah.
insecure and
Like,
Got
ew,
it.
you
forget
walk
it.
like a bitch. And you're like, what?
You walk like a bitch is so funny. What does that mean?
Does
That's
he
just-
Like, you walk like a
look
bitch.
like a bitch to you. Perfect.
Total sidebar. Have you seen any? I don't know if you guys will know this or if this is on your algorithm. The TikToks of these two guys who will go up to other people at car shows and just recite Fast and the Furious words line for line. Dude, it is the funny.
Yeah.
It'll be like a clip of a guy at a car show with his car, and they go like, "What's up, Holmes? What's your name?" And he goes, "I don't know." Tommy goes, typical white boy name. Anyway, they call me Hector. What are you running under there? You race for pink slips? And the guy is just like has no idea what's going on. And they do like it's like a whole genre.
That's
and I
very, very
oh,
funny.
it's so it makes me laugh
Do they
so
ever
hard.
catch it?
No, but they'll just be like, huh?
Are majority of the people too like older?
Yeah, it's always like some
That's
older
very
dude, and it's
funny.
like two kids who are just reciting these words
Oh my
line
God,
for
that would be
line.
Get about a
much-
cuh.
My neighbor, he collects cars like that. He has so many. He also has he keeps like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 7 cars, 8 in his driveway in
Insane.
garage. But then he also has a storage unit of them. And
Is
he'll,
your neighbor Jerry Seinfeld?
He'll like switch them out. But he is like the nicest, silliest, like cutest man. And I feel like if someone did that to him, like he would be like a pink slip. Like, oh my god, like what are you talking about? Like
You can have my car.
yeah.
I feel like when rich guys get car stuff, like that, it's just nerdy stuff, but they have enough money to collect. It's like Pokemon cards, but
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
guys with billions of dollars to just collect cars.
He has like a really cool one that had a cool story, but I don't remember because like I don't care about that stuff. But very fun for him and people who care about that kind of thing.
I'll say a bad thing about being an adult is like, I don't think this has happened to me in the recent time at all. But when your alarm clock fails, like when you're a kid, your mom will wake you up for school.
Right.
If you're an adult, you're just fucked.
Yeah.
You'll miss work. You'll miss something.
Yeah.
My parents
time-
would leave before
Oh.
school.
My mom would. So my bedroom was upstairs, and I'm such a light sleeper. This is before I slept with a box fan. She would be downstairs, and she would literally be like, Carly. And I'd wake up. I'm not
That's
even
nice.
kidding. I'd be like,
My mom would go, good morning, good
Oh.
morning, good morning. I was like, shut up, Sydney.
yeah, that's an
I
annoying ass
couldn't
wake
stand
up.
it.
Mine's
Good
yelling
morning.
at the end of the stairs.
Aaron!
Well, also we had a intercom, so it would go direct. It was directly into my room too.
Oh, that's
and she's like, Aaron Maureen.
My mom would
I'd play
make
music, that'd be fun.
4 glasses of hot chocolate in sippy cups
And just-
and would gently
Sippy cups.
like
Your
because
first thing you're drinking in the day is hot chocolate.
she would pull the
Jesus.
pull
It's
the
like the
blanket
coffee
down.
for kids.
Yeah, and it would just be put in your hands while you're still sleeping, and you would wake up and just like, oh, there's a hot
sounds like
chocolate
a
in my
fucking-
hand.
That's
and then
Hallmark
incredible.
movie.
it was the most gentle wake up.
parenting.
That's so
Is this the
sweet.
North Pole?
Yeah, he's like cap on.
Even like in not cold months.
Oh yeah, no, every single day, all 4 of us, hot chocolate, first thing in the morning, silent, just here you go.
You should have
And-
Adam do that for you now.
And then you wake up.
Did you guys all share rooms? Like what was this?
We did bunk beds
Okay.
in each of us. So me and Sam had a room, and Duran and Johnny
Nice.
had a room.
Oh.
But it is quite a nice way to wake up with like a warm beverage in your hand that you don't need to do anything for. Oh,
That's what I feel like when I wake up because the coffee's already done.
life upgrade. Do you guys use the sleep feature on your iPhone for your alarm?
No.
Okay, there's the regular alarm, which are all just like, and it's all just like this. It all starts at full volume. If you use the sleep feature, they have a separate set of like the most gentle sounds, like
Oh.
bird sounds, ocean sounds, and it starts silent, and it takes like 3 minutes to get the full volume,
Cool.
and it has literally changed my life. I have the bird sound one, so in my alarm now it's just. And it gets like louder and louder, and then you're waking up to like, oh,
My
the bird
cat would
sounds
be
are
like,
going off.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's
That's nice.
and it's the sleep. So it's not the alarm. It's you have to put it in like sleep mode, and then you don't need to touch it. It just does the
Do you
same.
have to-
alarm.
you have to
is
pick the ringer?
Ding, 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 ding.
But it starts at full volume. That's like
It's-
the
yeah.
jolt of like whatever your alarm is
Yeah.
of like.
No, mine goes slow.
It starts slow to
and it gets
interesting.
How do you do
louder.
sleep mode?
I'll show you after.
Okay, don't forget. I feel like we always say stuff on the
Set an
podcast, like,
alarm.
tell me this after. And
It's
then we
like
always
one of the
forget.
focus. Like when you know
Oh,
when
one
you
of the focuses,
when you scroll
okay.
down to do not
We have a
disturb.
hatch alarm clock
Oh,
that
okay.
Patricia
Sleep.
does that like gets
Oh,
brighter
yeah, how is
and
that?
brighter. But it's not on my side of the bed. So like Patricia, like
She's
I'm
like,
like, can you turn off the fucking and every time I go up just to try to like shut off the white noise, I turn something else on, and I'm just like, that's not my responsibility. You should be getting up anyways.
So
I
is,
get,
is it like a nicer way to wake up for her? Like, does she like it?
yeah, she likes it, and I
Huh.
do like it too, because like I can. Even like when I open up my eyes and I don't have to look at my phone, if I see the hatch like slowly glowing, like softly,
You're like,
I know
"Uh-oh,
that
it's
there's probably like
coming."
20 more minutes of like sleep left, and it gets brighter and brighter. So it's like you're almost waking up with like the sunrise in a weird
Yeah.
way. I like it.
Is
And,
it because your room's like really dark? Because I feel like my room's bright in the morning anyway.
well, just our window. I don't want to say exactly. Well, I don't think we just have intense curtains and it's
I
very
see, I
dark
see.
and stuff. We like to just incubate and.
Oh, I know. Like
white
being in a
noise.
womb. It's the
Yeah.
best. My room's never like that dark though.
I would much rather wake up with the sun at all.
Oh.
I do not like
A pitch black
people
room.
who are like blackout curtains,
No.
all of that. I'm like, I'm waking up and it feels like it's the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And you like
Like at a hotel, if I forget to open the curtains and they are blackout, you can't wake up when it's blackout curtains. It's impossible.
and I feel like your body already kind of knows when like the light's coming in. And
I agree.
It's time to get up.
Somebody just had a TikTok and I was like, this is not real. But they were like, I went to bed at like 8 and then I woke up at 9 and I thought it was 9 a.m. and I went downstairs, I made breakfast, blah, blah. And I'm like, you didn't realize it was dark outside the whole time?
Liar.
I don't think it's true.
That's actually one of the signs of Alzheimer's.
oh, shit.
Yeah.
Not knowing what.
When you look at the clock and you can't tell if it's AM or PM, that was one of the first things that happened to my aunt when she got Alzheimer's.
Like
Your aunt has Alzheimer's?
This kind
Well,
of
she
clock?
passed away, but that was one of the first
Oh my
like signs where she
God.
would like call my mom at like 3 a.m. and be like, "Well, I thought it was 3 in the afternoon," and mom was like, "No, it's 3."
And sundowning is a huge problem.
Yeah.
What's
as
that?
Well, that's right when
Once
the
the
sun
sun goes
starts
down.
setting.
Oh,
people who are having like early onset, they get just really squirrely. They're very uncertain about like.
Is it
what's
6
to
in the
come. They
morning or
get
6 at night?
They get anxiety. They're
Yeah.
just like. They just don't know what to like kind of do with themselves.
Yeah.
I feel like you might be interested in this. There's a book I want to read, and it's true. It's about this family that I think they have 12 kids, and 6 of them have schizophrenia.
Yes, I've heard about this documentary, and I just don't know if I have the guts
Oh,
for
okay.
it. But is it really disturbing?
I don't know. I was looking for documentaries, and someone said like this is a weird, because I like weird documentaries, and they're like this is a very strange, like
6
interesting
of 12 kids have schizophrenia.
Yeah, and so it was really good for science because they were like trying to
50%.
figure out how it.
Where
you know.
was it a straight
Yeah.
up gene? How many friends have you lost to schizophrenia?
None. What do you mean?
Well,
Like, schizophrenia starts really kicking in like in your early 20s,
Yeah.
like when you like just fully become an adult, and it's
I
so
know.
sad. Like just like a friend, you start getting like weird DMs from them, and you're like, "Are you okay? Like this is just so weird. You were like totally normal, and like something just seems off."
Another bad thing about being an adult.
Yeah, yes, you just lose people just in general.
Or
but-
like you
you
get
can-
something, or
Yeah. And yeah, I had a friend who was just making the weirdest Facebook statuses. And I'm just like, dude, what are you talking about right now? Like, I felt like he was trolling me, or just he was like really drunk or like on drugs, but
Yeah.
it kept going on for months at a time. And then we finally reached out to his parents and we're like, we're kind of
he
concerned
okay?
about him. And they go, he has schizophrenia.
Oh.
Sad. And then it's like, oh, now it's like they almost like have like a, I mean, is it like it's not a disability, it's a disorder.
it's a disorder. Yeah, I don't know.
I was thinking
like-
about this the other day. It's probably well documented, but like we don't have schizophrenia. What happens if we take anti-schizophrenia drugs? Do we become like superhuman? Like really, like
Like really organized
yeah,
thoughts?
like
What
does
drug is it?
I don't know, but there are drugs for anti-schizophrenia. I mean, it probably does nothing good for you, but I was just I don't know why it popped in my head the other day. I was like, if you just
Go on a little trip.
yeah, just like take it'd
See
be
what
like,
it's
or do you
like.
turn it to limitless because it's like, oh, your personality is
What
dialed
would
the
happen-
fuck in.
What would happen if you took schizophrenia medication and you don't have schizophrenia?
What if you didn't know you had schizophrenia and
It worked.
your life changed and you felt
Oh,
better?
you already felt better? Yeah.
Ooh, tea.
What does it say, Matthew?
Antipsychotic medications, I mean, you'll still get the side effects of like drowsiness, weight gain, dry mouth, constipation, and their sedative effects, which can lead in difficulties of concentration, memory. I don't think
Nothing
it's any
fun.
good. Nothing good. Nothing good.
That's what they want you to think.
Big pharma.
And it probably will
Big
take
schiz-
paradoxical effects like increased agitation, anxiety, or
Yeah.
depressive symptoms.
It's
It
like
would make you
Adderall.
more-
Okay, everyone
Like
do
if-
their RFK impression.
Are you kidding me?
I've already done it on this podcast.
No, but
I
Ben
forget-
Cons
I mean,
is
making
so good.
Fun of like someone.
No, you're not making fun. It's just doing an impression. All right, folks, that's the best. The Donald Trump impression.
Oh, right, folks. Crazy Kamala.
Matt Gribby's.
Yeah, Matt,
Trump
he was doing it at
impression, I asked him at like a pool party to go do Trump, and he just does. He didn't even get one word out. He just went like, so good.
And he explains, he goes, first you present the string and then you pull the string. And that's what it is. You just have a string in the middle that you're,
He's so funny.
oh, he's the best.
I know. I love Grippy. Follow Matt Grippy on TikTok. He's hilarious.
Please,
Everybody.
I know he deserves all the
He
attention.
does. It's like one of my favorite types of humor.
Or
to
we've
be
been
honest.
going. For
Yeah, we've been, that's a good episode. We'll see you next week, everybody. Thanks for writing in.
Tuning
Register to
in,
vote.
writing in.
Register to vote.
Can we start
And
putting
vote
that in our bio?
blue.
Yeah, we should. Also, yeah, we'll see you next week.
What?